I'm seriously starting to feel like I'm under attack here. I have tried 3 times to say what I need to say. My sound's distorted, my camera dies, my phone randomly dies while it's on like 10%. I promise you, being a child of God, you are so tried. Your faith is so tested. I pray that I am heard right now. And not even just with, I'm talking like actual technical stuff. I really pray that I'm heard right now. Because spiritual warfare is real, especially when you decide to put your trust in God. My whole point in making this video is not to deter anybody from following their dreams. It's not to make you scared to follow your dreams. It's more so to make you aware of what it truly means to put your trust and your faith in God. Because blind faith is all you're going to have. Everybody wants that immediate satisfaction of tangible things or security in knowing. But I will say, when you follow your dreams, you don't know. You will be met with anxiety. You will be met with anxiousness. You will be met with confusion. You will be met with feeling lost. Because honestly, you don't know which direction to go in. We compare our journey so much to others. A comparison for one is a stealer of joy. But we compare our journey so much to people that we look up to people whose lives are similar to ours. But honestly, your walk with Christ, your walk in life is so different, despite the similarities you may share with the whole human being that you don't know from Adam. When I tell you, you will be tested, you will be tried. It will seem like the uglies outweigh the good in your journey. You will neglect to give the positive points on your journey to mental, spiritual, financial, physical awakening. That quite literally, it's just mind-boggling. It's literally mind-boggling. I can say firsthand that with following your dreams, going after something that has no definitive answer will leave you feeling like, why did I do this in the first place? It's literally making me question whether or not I made the right decision on leaving school and doing this. And I know some people are probably like, well, why would you leave the security of going to school? Here's the thing. I've met people that went to school, got their degree, and don't even use it for what they got it for. I left because I realized my passion wasn't in what I was doing. I prayed. And yes, I really do feel like God showed me that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But when I tell you, you don't have a blueprint for this, there is no, if you do A, you'll get to B, then you'll get to C. There's no true guidance on this. This is literally trial and error. And when I say error, it's more error than you possibly know. You're going to constantly feel like you're failing. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm constantly failing. I feel like I'm constantly missing the mark. I feel like I don't get it. But one thing that I can't shake is this unwavering faith that I have that what I'm doing will not go in vain. I believe that my God would not have allowed me to endure so much for it to lead to nothing. My overall message that I feel like I'm supposed to be conveying here is more than just keep going, Don't quit. It's more so along the lines of the same faith that you can put into something so tangible, put it into your walk with God. You may not understand it. Others may not understand it. And quite frankly, it's not meant for them to understand. But you may not understand it. You may disagree with it. You may feel like you know what's best for you. But honest to God, what God has in store for you is so much bigger, so much better, far greater than you could ever fathom. I feel like more than anything, when you truly put your faith in God, when it comes to going after the unnatural, something that's not the norm, you have to truly believe in His will more than anything. I saw this Bible verse a few months ago that said, faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance in what we don't see. That literally just means having blind faith. Trusting that God has your best interest always. That God will not lead you to a path of destruction, confusion, and anxiousness. Even though I did say that's what following your dreams feels like. But it's because it's unraveling something in you that's making you look at who you are. What do you truly focus on more than anything? What is your intentions here? What are you trying to convey? Are you really doing this because God intended you to do this? Are you doing this for personal gain? Or are you actually doing this to spread a word, to give a testimony? I know I said, if you're going to follow your dreams, prepare to be disappointed. And I still stand on that. Because you will hear so many no's. You will not get answers. You'll be left feeling like, what am I doing? Did I make the right choice? But in doing so, all of these feelings that you have that are perceived to be negative will literally guide you to the very answers that you're constantly asking yourself. I literally kept having aha moments. I literally sat in my car yesterday and had to thank God for leading me to an answer I kept asking. However, I'm not gonna lie, I was anxious, I was overwhelmed, and I was mad. And I did not receive that message the way it was intended to be. Not knowing that there was a blessing in my turmoil, that there was a blessing through something that I had perceived to be negative. God literally said, I had to make you go through that to get to this. So thank God for endurance. Thank God for trials and tribulations, because without them, we would not learn anything. My hope, and honestly talking about this, because honestly, I'm not going to lie, aside from being a creator, a mom, and a wife, I don't feel like I could move forward feeling this way, feeling overwhelmed with my life, and just continue to post as if there's not something eating at me. I pray that anybody who decides to take a leap of faith, I need you to understand that all leaps of faith are meant to be scary. Because if they weren't, you're not actually leaving your comfort zone. You're not taking a leap of faith. It's going to make you nervous. I'm not saying it's going to put fear in you, but it will make you nervous. It will make you scared because you're unsure. It's the uncertainty. Nobody likes to go into something not knowing. Nobody likes to go into something blind. However, It's the complete opposite with God. God said, please go in blind. Because you going in blind shows him that you trust him, that you believe in his works, you believe in his will for you. Like I said, I tried to convey this message so many times in this one sitting, and I've been met with so much random pushback that I don't normally get if I go to do something that I want to do, something that isn't directly serving God. But then the second I sit down and surrender and give in to a feeling that God said, I need you to open your mouth and share, I feel like the enemy quite literally was like, no. And I'm sorry, not sorry. I was designed, created with a determination like no other. If I have to say it, it's going to get said, especially when it comes to my creator and spreading positivity and hope. Because that's all I want to do, is inspire, provide hope, and create a safe space. Honestly, I had a completely different direction for this video. I was going to talk about my creator journey, but I realized with trying to record this video so many times that it was so much more than the surface level thinking that I was going to give to you guys. Literally, I'm going through it again. My camera just died. I'm going to get this message out. Somebody needs to hear this. If you are going to, and I'm not even going to say follow your dreams, if you are going to put your faith in God, prepare to be tested. Prepare to be tested in all avenues. I'm literally getting chills because I literally had an aha moment sitting here. I was like, this isn't about content creating. This isn't about a 9-to-5. This isn't about worldly aspirations. This is something that's eternal. This is something that's spiritual. I'm feeling under attack because it's spiritual. This isn't just a creator's rant. Honestly, I thank God for clarity right now, because the thinking that I had is so small, so minuscule. And that is why I literally said it's God's will. God's message is so much greater, far greater than we could ever imagine. And I've always prayed to God that, God, whatever your will is, please allow me to do it. And I'm realizing right now, this was it. This is it. Not saying this is the final, but this is it. So I encourage anybody that's seeing this, that's following their dreams, that's embarking on their walk with God, have unwavering faith, because you will be tested. And through those tests, when you recognize that you're being tested and you turn back to God and say, no, God, I will not let it get me down. God, I will not let this whatever this feeling is, these emotions that are not of you, crowd my mind and make me second guess my faith, make me second guess the very gifts and talents that you gave me. The enemy will tremble and crumble. Rebuke him. rebuke anything that is not of God. Pray. Set your intentions. These intentions, prayerfully, they're in line with what God has in store for you. As a matter of fact, pray that God sets your intentions and ask that His will be done. I pray that whoever sees and hears this message, know that your life means so much more, has so much more value than you know. So whether you're fighting for a reason to stay alive, whether you're fighting to get to the next level in your career, physical space, mental head space, spiritual space, financial space, understand that you need to have unwavering faith. You need to pray. And don't be discouraged. You can rest assured and find that same security in those tangible things that you can grab and hold. Know that that same security is found in God. And that what He will deliver is, I can't even say 10 times. Buku's times, 10 million times, whatever may have you. So much more than you can fathom. I truly pray that this reaches the right person. If I could just reach one person. Right hand of God. I pray that you have so much success on your journey to really discovering who you are and what God has intended for you and His purpose for you. It may not seem like it right now. You may feel lost. You may feel upset, angry, mad, confused. You may want to give up. But just know that God has built a warrior out of you. Know that nothing that you're doing is going to go in vain. And know that your hard works are being accounted for. Don't give up.